I don't see you. There you are.
I don't see you.
Here
Why
I
is,
am.
why is that?
Do you really not?
I don't, no.
Oh, well, I'll just turn my video on and off again.
There we go. Now I see that handsome face.
Here I am!
Alright, you want to get started?
Yep.
You want me to start, or do you want to start?
You start this time.
Okay. Gotta get in the mode, in the mindset.
Gotta get your chi on.
I gotta get my DJ voice going.
Hello! That's not a DJ voice, that's some radio broadcasting voice. I think I'm already in the mood.
Okay. I don't know
Are
how to
you
start
nervous?
this. No, I never know how to start them, ever.
Alright.
Ever.
Hey guys!
No, I want to do it this time. Should I
'cause
just be like,
I always do it, and then you're like, let me reword that in a slightly better.
sup, dogs?
Sup, nation?
Alright, guys, thanks for joining us today. That's bad. I'm gonna start that over. I don't like the word today.
Thank you for joining us this week. Well, look who entered the room and clicked on the video and started listening to what we're saying. Hey, welcome, and today we're going to talk about Pokemon.
Whoa.
That's not going to help. It's not.
Is it? Is that how it's happening?
Well, if you can't think of a better opening.
It's just so abrupt. Oh, thanks for joining us.
Take a look at that person over there that just clicked that video and just watching the video right now that we can't see, and in the future. Wow. How about you listen to us ramble for an hour?
Okay, this is the official intro right now. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. We are the Chapmen. Is that bad? You don't like that? Apparently that's bad. Apparently
Okay.
that's very bad. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. I don't care.
We're good. We already
No,
started.
you say it. You say it.
Even though I
You say
laughed.
it. You say it.
Hey guys, how's it going? We're
We are the Chapmen. We meet once every other week, and we talk about stuff. And we're glad you're here to listen to us talk about stuff. Intro done. Moving on. So, we actually had some really cool stuff happen. We got some fan art, first of all.
from our number one fan currently, our official number one fan who's also a friend. His name's Hayden. We appreciate that because we got a picture of a wall stitch and a picture of a gorilla gator, aka Crocodilla.
And if you guys want to take a look at those, because they're pretty nice, they're on the Facebook page. So you guys should go over to the Facebook page and why not just like it while you're there?
Why not like it and also like everything that we post and share it and also give us some money?
But you don't have to, because we have a sponsor. I got a sponsored Phil.
Oh shit! What happened?
We're sponsored by delicious Wild Cherry Pepsi, because it gives us the fuel to go, and it's delicious.
You're actually.
Mmm, good.
That was so loud.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay. Well,
I held that right next to the microphone.
yeah, I know you
Next to
did.
it.
Oh, jeez. I am in a giggly mood. I've been working for quite a while today.
I'm exhausted, so that's why I'm drinking a Wild Cherry Pepsi. also because it's amazing.
We're not actually sponsored by them.
No, we're not. Pepsi did not call us.
Yeah.
But if they want to,
You could just call us by our Facebook page.
or send us an email, ChatmenShow at gmail.com. Hit us up on Twitter at ChatmenShow.
At the Chatman.
All right. I think we've done enough intro. Let's dive in to actual things.
Yeah, that intro is gonna need quite
Nope.
heavy
Nope.
editing.
So, if you play games, you know something big has happened in the last month, and that's new Pokemans.
New Pokemans.
And although Phil and I don't have...
I despise most of the new generations.
Whoa.
Hate them.
And neither of us have a 3DS, and neither of us have bought the new Pokemon X and Y. But we thought, Pokemon's pretty neat. We'll just talk about Pokemans for a little while.
When I say I despise the new generations, I mean I really, really did not care for Black and White. And because I'm racist.
Racist.
No, I'm not really. I did not like Generation 5 with Black and White and Black and White 2, and I didn't like Generation 4, Diamond and Pearl, because all the designs just seemed to lose, I don't know, original charm, or I guess. Generation 3 was when they started losing me.
I have Pearl, which is 4, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it was too bad. Nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
But, wasn't too bad. So, Phil, let's pretend that we actually have the new Pokemon. What starter would you pick?
Froakie.
Exactly.
Froakie? Yeah, exactly. There's no contest there. Wait, do you want to be Stupid Squirrel? Not me.
I think Chespin's alright. He
No,
gets like an 80%, maybe.
Nah,
maybe a little high.
He's got a 40. For 80% what, first of all?
Out of 100% of coolness.
Oh, no.
No, I think
cool.
I like him.
Well, I think he's 40% cool. And then Finnegan, really? You want
0.
to get a fox? Yeah, I
Look at his hair.
I couldn't give a fox about that.
When it evolves, the hair in its ears just get bigger. It's stupid.
And also, it becomes a mage. And Chespin becomes like a warrior, and then Froakie becomes like a rogue, like a ninja.
Yeah, and he's amazing.
That's the kind of person that I want to be. I want to be a stealthy dude who uses my frog tongue as a ninja scarf.
So Phil, I linked you to all the new Pokemon for X and Y.
Oh, that's gonna come in handy.
Let's just look through them and see if anything cool stands out. Because so far, I'm not seeing that many awesome things.
Except for Greninja.
Greninja's amazing. My favorite new Pokemon is Mountain Goat with head stuck in Christmas wreath. That's a pretty good one.
Yes. Fairy type?
Yeah, fairy type. It's dumb.
Oh, Pangoro.
Yeah, Pangoro's pretty cool.
Stupid
Whoa!
because he's a panda.
Oh, yeah. If he was any other bear, he'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But fans of the show know that pandas are stupid.
Pandas suck. Pandas don't stand like him and, look all buff and stuff. Buff and rough and tough and stuff.
Now, I was a little worried. There was a lot of talk about an evolve for Farfetch'd coming out.
Really?
Yeah, and one did not come out, and I am happy about that. Leave him alone, he's cool enough.
For real. What do you think about that Sword and Shield one?
Those are... no. I
You don't
don't.
like them?
Not really. They look like Zelda bosses.
Yeah, I kind of like them. Okay, maybe we should give their names to the whatever.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Aegis Slash.
Honedge. Duo Blade.
Barnacle. Barbarnacle. Barbaracle. That's kind of weird. He's just hands in Barnacle. That's all he is.
Now, Phil, the new fossil Pokemon?
Awesome. Tyrantrum, yes, just great. They're awesome. I love them.
Now,
Because they're Tyrannosaurus Rexes. They're dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs. I like them a lot.
now, I think for them being dinosaur Pokemon, they're pretty cool. But for them being the fossil Pokemon for this generation, I think they're kind of lackluster.
Why?
I really like I can't say that one. Erectile, whatever, from 1.
Aerodactyl?
Yeah, that's it.
Aerodactyl.
My little 8-year-old brain is still trying to pronounce it wrong. And isn't Kabutops
Yeah,
fossil?
Kabutops.
Yeah, the coolest.
And Amistar.
Not as cool.
I know. So I'm just saying, if you wanna compare them,
Kabutops is the best. Number 1. And
yeah,
what?
Kabutops is cool.
Why is there a fake Pikachu this gen?
Really? Where?
Number 702. Uh, Deedon. I don't know exactly how that's actually pronounced. Look at that.
Yep.
That's like a fan
Fake.
art Pikachu.
I know, right? Okay, so we already chose the 3 starters. So out of the 3 new legendaries, the Xerneas, Euthydol, Vilda, and Zygarde, which one would you pick?
Um,
Out of
if I
X,
was
Y, and Z, even though Z's not out, and yet.
if I was gonna have to pick one of the 3, it would be the Y one, the Yevtal.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. These legendaries,
They suck.
they're just not doing it for me.
Yeah, they're bad. Anyway. Okay, that's enough of that. Alright. So that might have been boring to listen to.
Maybe.
Maybe. But that's our opinions. We're just scrolling through. There's quite a bit that looked
Just taking a
whatever.
look.
Yeah, but not a lot of them were wonderful. But as for the ratio, because they like narrowed down their, instead of like wanting to introduce like 150 or 100
Yeah.
whatever new Pokemon this generation, they 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 narrowed out the number of Pokemon they were coming out with, so that gave them some room to, or gave them some ability to make the ratio of good to bad not as bad.
Yeah. Didn't they? It was like 80 new Pokemon this gen.
It was 69, 79, 71.
Somewhere there, which is pretty adequate. Adding to the number, I I really get upset when they're like, new gen of Pokemon. Let's just forget that we've already got 300 established Pokemon. We'll just make a new 150. Too much. It's too much to learn.
You can't learn that much at a time. I can't open my mind to new Pokemons when I really don't know that much about the second generation to begin with. When I was a kid and I was like, I know all the Pokemon, all 151 of them. They're like, oh, well, there's 100 more now, right? I was like,
And your little.
what? And
Ti-
I liked a lot of them. Feraligatr was freaking awesome.
so cool that his name doesn't even fit in the name slot.
I know. It's feral and a gator, like there's one L that they had to take out of the alligator part, and an O they had to take out, so it's just TR for alligator. Awesome.
So Phil, we've talked about being slightly disappointed in some new Pokemon. So let's talk about our favorite Pokemon. Our favorite, not necessarily like
Of the new generation,
no,
or
just in Pokemon in entirety.
Pokemon history.
Yeah.
I like Psyduck.
You
I
want
like
to go?
Bulbasaur.
Wait, just a minute. You want to go back and forth, swap these around, talk about them, or do you just want to?
All right. Well, I really, really freaking like Psyduck and Bulbasaur a lot.
Let's see. Is there any reason why you just like them? Just cool.
Well, Psyduck is awesome.
He is. He was one of my favorite parts of the show.
He has he has like migraines and headaches all the time because his brain's so huge. He's like rubbing his head all the time and just like and whenever he gets a headache, his attack moves are like a million times more powerful. Actually, I think there was an episode in which like I don't know, like watching him in pain, having his headaches or whatever, started giving me a headache. And then like it was just like the most miserable Pokemon episode to watch because I had like a steaming hot migraine by the time that was like that episode was over because it just felt for him.
Yeah.
So sad. And Bulbasaur, just the best starter that's ever been. It's number one. It's number one. You don't need to.
Before I have a
Factual.
rebuttal for your Bulbasaur atrocity that you just said.
What?
I want to tell you, we had a Pokemon the anime TV show VHS tape. I know that was a lot of things to just grasp in that very long description of a movie of Pokemon episodes. The middle episode, like Psyduck was a giant part of it, and I love that episode. Ash and Misty and Brock are trying to ride their bikes across a giant bridge to get to a Pokemon Center, and a bike gang stops them. And they're like, duel us, or we're not going to let you through. And they had Jersey accents for some reason. But they threw out a Cloyster, which is a cool Pokemon. You don't mess with Cloyster.
That's right.
And then, I don't remember what Pokemon Misty was going to throw out. Probably Starmie, because that was her go-to Pokemon.
Yeah.
But out comes Psyduck.
Psyduck.
And everybody was laughing at Psyduck, because he's just dumb and can't do anything right. And Misty threatened to hit him in the head with a bicycle. I remember that very vividly. Because she wanted to give him a headache so he would actually do something.
Yeah.
That was all I was going to say about Psyduck. I really love that episode. I don't know what episode number it is or what it's called.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had a rebuttal for Bulbasaur.
For Bulbasaur, Bulbasaur is not the best starter.
Yeah, he is.
Squirtle's the best starter.
Nope, you're wrong.
Squirtle's adorable. Squirtle Squad.
Bulbasaur will kill Squirtle with a Vine Whip. Just be like, swap. Dead.
You know what happens when Bulbasaur is like that kid who peaks out in high school and then it's all downhill because Bulbasaur just gets fatter and fatter and lazier.
And he still kicks all sorts.
But you know what happens to Squirtle? He gets bigger, he gets badder, he gets giant, he gets cannons. Cannons. He's a Pokemon with guns.
Yeah, my guy carries a friggin' forest on his back, so.
A tree. One tree.
It's actually a plant. It's like a flower. Like
one
a
plant.
tree.
It's not a forest. It's a plant.
Yeah, but it can absorb the sun's rays and shoot a freaking laser beam out of his mouth.
But is it a gun?
Yes.
Let alone two guns?
Should be.
It's
like
a
Godzilla.
flower. It's a flower.
Yeah, but he's still...
It's not two guns.
Still shoots lasers out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Solar beam.
Lots of Pokemon can do that, Phil.
Yeah, but not quite like that.
But what I'm trying to get to, one of my favorite Pokemon, Blastoise. It's the coolest Bama Jamma ever.
Yeah. Kind of. No, you're wrong. Because it's not as cool as Bulbasaur. And I never evolved my Bulbasaur, mind you. When I got Pokemon Red, every time it said Bulbasaur is evolving...
Just mashed on B?
B, every time. I got him up to level 99. Because I didn't know you could bring him up to 100. And I decided to... Like, it was in that day and age where 99 was like the limit for everything. Like, the number of rupees you get when you start out in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And Majora's Mask, I guess. 99, that was it. So I thought 99 was going to be the limit, and then I'd train my Geodude and Machop some more.
Yeah.
But...
Alright, well, since you listed two of your favorite Pokemon, I'm going to list another one.
Level 99 Bulbasaur. Well, okay, what was that?
So, this next Pokemon I'm going to say that's in my top tier Pokemon, when I first saw it, I thought it was really dumb. It's like, that is a stupid Pokemon. But once I met some of my friends in college, they persuaded me that It's actually one of the best Pokemon, and that is Miltank.
No.
You think, just a cow? That is, I mean, if it was a panda, that'd be the only way it could be more stupid. But you know what? Miltank's the only Pokemon that I care about stats. Because, one, you can do Milk Drink, which raises your health back up, which is very useful. Since it's a normal type, it gets a stab bonus on all its moves. And if you give your Miltank a Silk Scarf, even more bonus on every move. Miltank is a killing machine.
What's its moves?
There's a lot of them. Let me look her up.
Look her up.
Oh my goodness, if my phone would cooperate. Never
Just
mind.
a cow, Truman.
A cool cow. No, Taurus.
First of all,
Taurus is just a cow. Actually, he's more of a bull, because cows are lady bulls.
aren't Taurus and Miltanks like the same
No,
species? Okay.
no.
So there are
Species.
female,
Yeah, there's male and female of both Pokemans. I
a
think.
male Miltank.
Yeah, it's got udders like a normal male.
And he drinks his own milk.
Yeah, yum.
Nope.
There's a lot of moves. It looks like every possible move that you can ever learn ever. Stomp is a really good move. That has some pretty high damage. You learn Milk Drink, Body Slam, Heal Bell, which I think heals your whole team, or at least yourself. Oh no, all Pokemon on your party.
This
Enough
doesn't sound interesting at all.
enough with stats. I like Miltank. That's one of my listed ones. So Phil, what's another one of your favorite Pokemans?
All right. So I mentioned Bulbasaur and Psyduck. I like Golduck a lot because he's just interesting. It's just like he's a Psyduck that actually has psychic powers
Yeah,
and is also based off a kappa, the like Japanese myth things.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I just decided to say that because you mentioned both Squirtle and or Blastoise in that
Yeah.
one.
Well,
So
I choose Blastoise over Squirtle. Squirtle's cool,
okay,
but he's no Blastoise yet.
I choose Psyduck over Golduck. But anyway, also why is Psyduck called Psyduck if Golduck is the psychic one and Psyduck is the gold one? Makes no sense.
It's
I don't
probably
think.
just a translation error.
Nah,
No,
I don't think so.
no. It's called Psyduck because he's
Yeah.
cool. That's why.
Okay.
So do you have a third one?
I like Feraligatr. Yeah, Feraligatr, man.
You going for another starter?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that's fine.
Yeah, I think that'd be the last starter that I pick though. Feraligatr is based off his design is based off Godzilla.
Look, here we go. Godzilla.
It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. But anyway, that's better than Blastoise. Feraligatr is, I have to say.
It's debatable.
Alec. He's so awesome. He doesn't have enough letters to fit in the name slot, just as you said.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I'll give
I
you
like
that.
him a
He's
lot.
pretty cool.
And I guess another one would be. Now I'm thinking of legendaries.
Yeah.
What's your favorite legendary, Truman? I'm just gonna stick with those three for now.
I don't know, really, because I don't do that much with legendaries. I have a Dialga. He's pretty cool, but Mewtwo's really cool. I like Mewtwo a lot. Because of the movie, man.
You too.
I watched Pokemon the first movie like every day of my life. I watched it
Yeah.
almost as much as Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
Mewtwo is cool in that movie, but he's not my
Mewtwo's
pick.
awesome. And he talks.
He does
And
talk.
he's cool. But he talks without moving his mouth, and he levitates things. He doesn't even like have a Brooklyn accent like Meowth.
And he also controls the weather, and also has really freaky grab you robots that are scary, and I hate that part.
When
When
Ash dives in to get his Pikachu out.
and all those little robo hands are pulling at him. It's scary. I'm gonna pick a third in my favorites list, and I'm gonna put a disclaimer that a lot of my favorite Pokemon are Generation 1, because that's what I grew up with.
Yeah, same.
That's the one I played the most. But I've always liked Victory Bell. He's
Yeah.
so cool. He's scary. Let's say you're walking through a forest, and that thing's just in a tree, drops down. Too scary.
Too too much.
I was gonna pick Cloyster because Cloyster is also very cool, but I think I'm gonna go with Victory Bell.
Cloyster's scary too.
Yeah, he is.
Say you're going fishing, you see a shark fin, you're like, well, I'm in my boat, no big deal. But if freaking Cloyster comes up, just, just coming at you.
But
Can Cloysters fly? Like, just like levitate or something?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I seem to remember them in like games and stuff, just kind of like floating there. I know
Um,
Geodude
Cloyster is a water ice Pokemon, so I don't
stand.
think it can tele or levitate
Well,
or
I
something.
know, but Geodude doesn't just like sit there on the ground. He's normally just like floating above ground for some reason.
Because he's awesome.
That's right, because he's a dude. He uses geothermal energy to propel himself.
Science.
I don't know what he does actually. Probably
So
an earthbender.
I used to get Pokemon cards like once a week, and I remember I was sitting in a big chair. I was watching. I don't know. It's probably Arthur because I watched a lot of Arthur too. But I was opening my pack of cards, and I reached in, pulled out Victory Bell. So cool. I love that card. It's in my stash. It's Phil. Pick another Pokemon.
Okay. Oh, I didn't pick a legendary yet.
Oh,
You picked one. You said Mewtwo.
he's not on my top 10. You just asked me if I liked what legendary.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just pick a legendary too. And this one might be weird because, like, um, it's from Generation 3, which is when I really started losing interest, and that's Rayquaza.
Rayquaza's pretty cool.
I just love Rayquaza. I don't know, like, they're like little, I really dug the, what's the Japanese mythos thing. They do a lot of Japanese references.
Yeah,
No wonder that nobody understands it here, understands Pokemon's.
I
But
think we
anyway,
plenty understand Pokemon over here.
I guess you're right.
Just not like the significance of names and designs.
Right. But it's mostly, I don't know. Is it a, I guess it is just a 10-year-old thing in Japan as well, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like
it came
little
out.
kids that do it.
Pokemon was like a year out when it came to America.
Okay. But I was just like kind of wondering, is the age demographic in United States just young people? In Japan, like everyone?
I
Or
have
is
no
it,
clue on
okay. Okay, well,
demographics.
whatever. Anyway, um, there's like this Japanese mythological thing, and it's like there's a god of the sea and the land and the sky or whatever. And that's what Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald were doing with the Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza. Just like Rayquaza, because he's a freaking sky dragon with no wings. He just flies around with his two arms, and he
Yeah,
looks awesome.
I mean, Rayquaza was cool
Shoots
enough.
beams at his mouth.
Rayquaza was cool enough to be in Super Smash Bros. As a boss.
For real.
So that's got to tell you something.
That's what I'm saying.
So is Rayquaza just your favorite legendary, or is he in your top favorites?
I know he's my favorite legendary. He could be in my top favorites because he comes to mind immediately because he's awesome. He
Yeah.
just comes, it's just right there. I think about awesome Pokemon, and for some reason, the only one beyond second generation that comes to mind is Rayquaza automatically. And I had 3 Rayquaza Pokemon cards that were all different. and I had 2 Mewtwo's. But they all got chewed up by my dogs and thrown away by my dad, so that's wonderful.
Still didn't answer my question. Is that a third choice, or is that just
Oh,
your
yeah.
favorite?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna pick another one, and I'm thinking I always had. Actually, I'm gonna save that one for later. You're talking about mythos, like the backstories of Pokemon designs. There's a Chinese, I think it's Chinese myth about a carp that swims up a waterfall,
Yeah.
turns into a giant dragon.
Magikarp.
Gyarados. I
No.
love Gyarados.
Magikarp turns into...
Yeah.
In case you didn't know that, the people who actually paying attention and listening to this all the way through.
Gyarados in the movie, there's that cool hip kind of fat kid that rides him through the ocean, and I always thought that was amazing. Uh,
Yeah.
um, he's a giant sea monster. He's so cool. I
When I
love
was,
Gyarados.
when I was little, I used to think that Gyarados evolved into Lapras, because Lapras is right next, like right after him in the
Hmm.
numbers, in the like number, I don't know, the Pokedex or whatever.
Yeah.
Always thought for like quite some time, but he doesn't.
Yeah. But the other cool thing about getting a Gyarados is you have to put in some work to get one. Because they're not just naturally swimming around in Pokemon games. You have to catch a Magikarp, which does
I think if you
nothing
get,
in battles at all. And you gotta
I
train
think
that bad boy.
that's true, but I think if you get like a super like rod or something, like you get like an old rod to catch Magikarps. If you get like a super rod, you can get a Gyarados.
I don't think you can. But I don't want to
I
debate that.
I'm just saying I think you can.
But I remember the first time I had a Magikarp evolve into a Gyarados, I knew it was going to happen sometime in the future. And I was just battling, trying my hardest to not kill Magikarp in battle because he sucks. And then, whoa, Magikarp's evolving. I shit my pants. I was so happy. Except I didn't actually shit my pants.
Did you really?
No,
Uh,
I was about to, though. The happiness was just exuding from my body in all
I got you.
directions.
All sorts of directions.
But Gyarados is cool. That's all I'm trying to say.
All right.
So you got another one, Phil? Stuff.
We already said Kabutops, and Kabutops is awesome. That was one of my favorites. I like Machop, I like Machoke. It's one that I like.
You don't like
I like
Machamp more?
Machamp too, but man, I don't really know. I like Machop, Machoke, and Machamp just kind of equally.
Machamp has twice as much punch as Machoke does.
So I guess I'll go with Machamp.
You don't
That
have
sounds
to.
like you want me to do that.
No, you don't
I
have
like
to.
Alakazam too.
But you gonna pick
Listen to
one?
me.
Or are you just gonna keep? You just gonna keep listing
I'm just
things?
gonna mention all the ones that I'm just gonna get these out of my system because they're not. I don't have any like reasoning behind them, so just gonna go bam, 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 and we can move on to the next topic or whatever. Um, Alakazam, I like him a lot. I like Geodude. I like Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee's
Yeah.
awesome.
He's in
So
my
many.
he's in my top Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah. It's better than Hitmonchan.
Yeah. And he's also better than Hitmontop, because that's an atrocity that needs to not exist.
And Tyrogue. Oh yeah. One thing I hate about Generation 2 is when they introduced baby Pokemon.
There is one acceptable baby Pokemon, and that's Elekid. Because he is awesome.
Yeah,
But he's it. Only one. I hate Pichu. Get out of here.
hate him. Hate. And I hate uh there's another baby Pokemon. Whoop, I forgot who it was. Oh, Mime Jr. Hate Mime
Oh,
Jr.
he's a little clown. Little clownman.
Stupid.
Little scary clownman. If Mr. Mime isn't weird enough as a Pokemon, how about a smaller one that is a clown?
Anyway, list off the rest of yours so we can go to the next topic.
Okay, I'm gonna try to not just ramble. Gonna get this one out of the way. Gen 5, I actually have a favorite Pokemon, and that's Scraggy. He's adorable. He's always holding his little pants up. So cute. I love Scraggy.
I don't know who this Scraggy is.
Look him up.
I'm looking him up.
While you look him up, I'm just going to keep going. My team was... I predominantly like water Pokemons, but Alakazam was one of them. I really like Golem. Golem is really cool, especially in the anime.
Yeah.
When Charmander sets him on fire, and then he's a flaming Golem rolling around burning stuff. That was cool. I like Cloyster. I like... I said Alakazam. I had a whole team of Pokemon in my head that I've left. Machoke is up there. I like Pokemon a lot. But, so we don't just keep rambling about cool Pokemon, because we could do that for a long time.
Yeah, we could.
Hitmonlee is up there too. I think I said that earlier, but he's up there. Yeah. Moving on to a new topic that Phil wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. If you were to make your own Pokemon, Truman, or take a Pokemon from another...
You mean take something else that isn't a Pokemon?
Yeah, take something else.
And
then make it a Pokemon. I'm gonna tell you mine.
Go ahead.
Lucky. The Lucky Charms mascot.
That's bordering on too human of a human, even though he's a leprechaun.
He's a leprechaun. He'll be the new fairy type Pokemon. His moveset, he'll get 8 during the time of his you like have to, you know, when you learn a new move and you got to replace the old ones.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. So he gets 8
in his moveset.
Yeah, in the moveset. I'm going to tell you them. The first one.
You've thought this one up, haven't you?
Oh, yes, I have. So okay, the first one, each of his movesets are one of the marshmallows that is in Lucky Charms cereal.
Yeah.
So there's Heart, that'll be a fairy type, and it's Heart Kiss, it gives you a little smooch, and it stuns your Pokemon, makes them like paralyzed because they're just like, what was that? I don't even know what that was about. I guess only lightning types make people paralyzed, but I don't care. Anyway, or it lowers the defense. How about that?
Sure.
Heart Smooch lowers their defense, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's so nice. I can't defend myself against your attacks." I don't know. And then Star, that will be Swift.
Yeah.
You can do Swift. It's a normal type. That's good. And then there will be Horseshoe Toss. Like, throws. It's a Steel type. It throws horseshoes at the other person, knocks them out. Yeah. That'll do something. I'm sure of it. And then Clover Growth.
Is that like Leech Seed?
Yeah. It'll bring clovers up out of the thing. It could be like what's it called? Whenever they shoot, like, I don't know if it's disable or what, but it could choke them. I don't know. Choke. Clovers grow out, mess with the Pokemon. I don't know what. And then I don't know what I do for Moon. I guess that'd be a Dark type.
Yeah.
Something. Moon Beam. I don't give a crap.
It's like Solar Beam, but it's Lunar Beam.
Yeah, Lunar Beam. There you go. And then Pot of Gold. That's like Payday.
Oh, yeah.
Like Meowth's attack. Yeah. And then I don't know what to do for a Rainbow. I forgot what I said for that. but I just pictured him like raising his arms above his head in like an X formation, and then bringing them out, and just making a rainbow above him. And I don't know what that would do. It will confuse him. That's what it'll do. That it'll confuse the Pokemon. It'll be just like, the heck just happened? Magic, confusion. And then Red Balloon. He blows up a red balloon, throws it and just tosses it, lets it fall to the ground.
Yeah.
And it's just like Magikarp's splash attack. It does nothing.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good move.
That's it. And also his Mega Evolution. He's a fairy type. His Mega Evolution, whenever you give him the Clover stone. I don't know how Mega Evolution
Yeah,
works.
no,
Actually.
because we don't have the game.
Yeah, we don't actually have the game. Anyway, he turns into Saint Patrick, grows a full red beard, and gets burly, and he has a mug of some sort of alcoholic beverage.
You're just getting more and more racist towards the Irish people, Phil.
Don't think so.
List some more stereotypes. Go ahead. Is he Catholic? Does he have a lot of kids? Does he talk weird?
So yeah. All those things.
Okay. Just to clarify.
I'm
very much so Irish.
Me too. So anyway, what about yours, Truman?
Well, I had one, but while you were just blabbering about leprechauns, I developed a whole tree, an evolution tree, for one. And the actual one I thought of is the middle, and that's the Michelin Man. The big white fluffy guy made of tires, apparently. I don't know what the first one is, but it's some sort of small marshmallow Pokemon, much like a Jigglypuff style Pokemon. It's a little marshmallow. I don't know what it is.
Jigglypuff's a balloon. That's what they say.
I mean, but he's kind of squishy.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. That's
yeah. Okay. So this little marshmallow Pokemon, it turns into the Michelin Man. Third evolve is the Stay Puft Marshmallow
I
Man.
I knew it. Yes.
He's got a little sailor hat.
I always thought of Stay Puft whenever I saw the Michelin Man.
Yeah. So I don't have any movesets. I assume that Michelin Man will have some of like Snorlax abilities like Hard Body or Thick Fat or those kind of Pokemon powers. But that's one. So do you have another one, Phil? Because I'll...
No, I don't. But I forgot to mention that Saint Patrick, he has a Mega Evolution ability.
Mm-hmm.
That's leprosy.
Whoa. That sounds both really cool and horribly horrible.
And it permanently poisons the other person's Pokemons. They can't go to Nurse Joy and help them. Nurse Joy's like, I'm sorry, your Pokemon has leprosy now. Like leprechaun, not leprosy, it's leprosy.
Does it?
It has leprosy now. Now it's poisoned, and there's nothing we can do about it. And the Pokemon rots and falls off in 3D as the fights continue.
I'm trying to remember. There's a Pokemon virus that some Pokemon have that like spreads to other Pokemon.
Pokerus, yeah.
Pokerus. Is it like Pokerus? Does it work like that?
I guess, because I don't remember how exactly Pokerus works.
There's a chance it passes to other party members.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think that's how it works. I never had Pokemon with Pokerus.
Spreads to the other person's. That's good. I like that.
When I was driving home, I did think of one more. I was thinking.
Okay.
That a Pokemon themed around cockfighting would be really cool, like a rooster with boxing gloves.
Yeah.
I know we have Torchic's middle Pokemon is like a weird chicken combuskin. It's like a chicken base. But no, I want like the big feathers on top. You know, I want an actual rooster shaped Pokemon.
Yeah, not Blaziken. Get that out of here.
No, Blaziken's weird. Get out. Yeah. But this Pokemon, he'd be fighting and is there a flying type? Yes, those two. I don't know if that's an actual thing that can happen.
Yeah, you don't mean the feathers on top. You mean the rooster comb.
Yeah, the comb, and he's got the little waddle under his chin.
The comb on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want like an actual rooster.
I like that.
And he'd be awesome. But I don't have a name for him.
Oh. How about put myself on the spot. I actually don't have any names for that.
Yeah.
So, if you want to name this Pokemon, this rooster fighting thing, why don't you just draw a picture and give it a name and send it to us?
Yeah. We would appreciate it.
And we will put it on a Facebook page if you email it to us.
All right. Phil, I think this is a good
Yes.
point to maybe take a little break, work out some
Okay.
connectivity issues that we're having in our video feed.
Oh, yes, we are. Yes, I've noticed that.
And we'll be back later.
But what would we say after this break?
We'll discuss that during the break.
And we're back. Are we?
Of course, we're back right when my grandma calls me.
Let's
But
start.
I'm not gonna answer right now.
Okay.
I'll call her later,
All right.
and I will. This is a document of me saying I will call her as soon as I get some free time.
Yeah. He's silently shaking his head at me.
No, I will. I was shaking my head up and down, as in yes, I will.
Okay. He's actually horizontally.
So we're back,
As
and
I've said,
we were thinking.
because we ran out of topics.
Don't say that.
Truman put us on the spot, and he said, we will be back with more
Yeah.
topics we'd like to discuss, and then he left, used the restroom and whatever he had to do, and then we communicated for like 5 minutes, and what are we gonna do? Here's the thing, we're gonna talk about Pokemon's were in the real world.
Like, when you're a kid, you think, oh boy, this Pokemon adventure is awesome. Why can't that happen in the real world?
And this is why it can't happen in the real world. First of all, it should be noted that we don't have little Pokemon balls-sized capsules in which we can capture beasts and digitalize them. And I don't even know how Pokeballs work. Why don't they work
Magic.
on humans? Do they not work on humans in the Pokemon universe? Or has nobody ever tried, or what?
I don't think that has ever been established as a yes or a no.
So what I'm thinking is, of course, humans would be, able to be. Yeah,
Probably.
sure.
Organic
Surely.
life.
I'm fairly certain that's got to be like the thing. That's the thing. If like Pokemon can breed and reproduce in the wild somehow,
Yeah.
well, I can't.
I
So
mean,
anyway,
we breed and reproduce in the wild.
in the wild, yes.
My biggest issue with Pokemon in the real world is they send kids out when they're 10. You know how stupid 10-year-olds are? What grade is that? That's like 3rd grade. You know nothing in 3rd grade. You know how many dead 10-year-olds there would be? Especially if there's crazy animals that battle each other with, like, solar beams and water cannons.
That's yeah.
Dead. Everyone.
I'm gonna catch a Rapidash.
Dead.
Toasted. Stabbed.
I tried to hug it and I burned my arms. Dead.
I need burn heal.
And
that's not a real thing either. There's no
No.
such thing as burn
It's
heal.
called
No such thing
aloe
as-
vera.
And even then, it can't treat 3-degree burns.
Yeah.
You're dead, son. You're dead.
You ever think, going into the woods in real life, scary enough. There's some crazy animals out there that can mess you up, like bears, for one. We got spiders that can bite you. We got rattlesnakes. We got raccoons, little thieving raccoons.
Yeah, no, you got
But
Weedles,
that was the only
Snorlax,
Speaking of Snorlax, hold
Beacons.
up.
What?
Snorlax, I forgot. Favorite Pokemons. I relate so much to Snorlax. I love him. On my favorite list. Now back to our current topic.
Okay. I don't know what I was going to come up with Pokemon equivalents to the things you were saying. You said spiders. There's an Arachnus something.
Yeah, there's a spider Pokemon. But there's a lot of Pokemon, and they all just live in tall grass. So imagine like a dense forest. They're gonna be everywhere.
All over the place. A
That is
victory bell just drop down.
too scary. It is too scary. We would not.
And deadly. Because
There
they
was.
eat people. Didn't one try to eat James or something when he was just like, Team Rocket had, you know.
I know there was a time a Victory Bell was like on top of James eating him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. But if Pokemon were real, as a society, we would be confined to cities, like very urban areas.
We'd have to get out like our guns and stuff and start, shooting them, trying to exterminate them. Because they are just, I don't know if this was established, but are Pokemon genetic experiments released into the wild? No, that was just Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Or were they all?
No, I
Because I
don't.
thought that was the explanation for the generation thing, or maybe I was reading a theory that I believed.
Probably a theory, because the explanation was, we found some more Pokemon.
Oh, and now everyone sees them everywhere. How
Yeah.
funny is that?
Oh, I never noticed this giant Tyrannosaurus.
Actually, I think the official thing was they go to different islands.
Yeah, it's a different
Yeah, and the different
archipelago.
islands have different whatever.
It's Japan. If you line up all the regions, it's Japan. Go to a different island. New
I think
Pokemans.
I think one of them was based on New York.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I,
Maybe
I know
that's a new one.
the
I
new
don't
one
know.
has a lot of France stuff in it. There's a lot of like
Uh,
Europe.
okay, yeah, that's just the style of it, not really the.
Yeah. No, there's
Okay,
just like a fan map where they put them all together,
I saw that.
and the cities align with like major cities in Japan.
All right.
But all we're trying to say is Pokemon in real life would not work for
Yeah,
obvious reasons, and it's
imagine
scary.
a Venusaur, Feraligatr, and even a Blaziken. Even though Blazikens are stupid, just all charging at you once. You're not
Yeah.
gonna make it.
I mean, it'd be pretty cool to just sit in your backyard and watch these Pokemon duke it out in the wild, because you know they're gonna have like territory disputes and stuff, because they're
Oh yeah,
animals,
yeah.
slightly more intelligent animals than normal animals, which makes their fights even worse.
That's right. More brutal. And who's to say that we're ever going to take control of them so that we can make them fight for our entertainment? It's not going to happen. If you
And,
got Mews and Mewtwo's and Alakazams out there just running amok, we're going to be the ones that they capture. They're going to make us fight them to death.
Planet of the Apes.
Oh,
Phil, I just want to paint you
Planet
one.
of the Pokemons. What?
I want to paint you one last picture. Okay? It's a summer evening. You going to sleep. You got the windows open. Cool air is coming in. In our world, you'd hear the delightful sound of like crickets out in the grass.
Yes.
But if you lived in Pokemon, you just fucking hear an annoying Pokemon saying your name all the time and be like, Cricketot! 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 Cricket! And you would not ever sleep, ever. That is annoying.
But I think if Pokemon lived in the real world, it'd have like not just the I'm saying my name things of the show, right?
No, they probably
Because I
would.
think oh, they probably would just say the first names of them at the end. Pretty sure that's an anime only thing, but oh well.
The new game, it is not. Certain Pokemon, if you catch a Pikachu, it says Pikachu now in the new game.
Ew, okay.
Not all Pokemon, I think, do that, but certain ones do,
I like when
which is
Charizard
really
goes
cool.
"Roar!" instead of Charizard. He doesn't say that.
Okay, let's move on.
I think he
And
says Lizardon though in Japanese.
probably.
Yeah. Anyway, go on. What was you saying?
I was gonna say let's move on, but let's more. Well, we're not wrapping up immediately, but we are kind of winding down here, Phil. Uh,
Wind it down. Gonna talk about stuff that's not Pokemon now.
yeah.
All
So,
right.
how you doing, Phil?
I'm doing pretty well. My job is nice, making pizzas.
Yeah, how's that job? It's pretty
That's
nice.
pretty nice. Today, um, was kept there for a while, but that's no
Whoa.
big deal. It's no big deal. Um, let me see. So this is just a weird little thing that happened. I was you gotta like wash your hands like
Which you're a pro
between
at, because
yeah.
you always wash your hands.
I do that at normal time. So when I'm
You're
at
washing
work,
your hands
I'm
right
supposed
now.
to do it.
They can't see it, but you are washing your
I
hands.
right now I am dipping my hands in a sink that is in my room by my bed. You have to wash your hands all the time at work. And since I already wash my hands a lot, knowing that I'm supposed to wash my hands often makes me wash my hands between every single thing that I do. Like halfway making a pizza, time to wash my hands, and then go back into doing it.
Yeah.
And that's no lie. Like sometimes I just get the instinct to do that and just do that without even thinking. But so one of the times I was turning the faucet and I got my fingers wedged between the handle, like the faucet handle, and the back of the sink, and
Yeah.
it's like gear shaped, so it like pinched my hand like quite a bit. I just said, "Oh fuck," really loudly, and I yanked my hand out, and then like the other like my local employees were like fellow employees, not local anyway.
Well, they
In a
are
way,
local
I guess so,
and
but
fellow.
yeah. But anyway, so one of them, he says, "What just happened?" I said, "Oh, I got my hand stuck in the faucet." Or, what is the? That's not the faucet. Is what the water comes out of, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the handle things called?
It's probably called a handle.
Okay,
I
whatever.
don't know.
Anyway, I
I'm not
told
a
him that
plumber. I
I
don't
got
work
my
at
hand
Home
stuck in it, and I told him.
Depot.
He's like, "Oh, that sounds like what I did. I hit my finger really hard on the side of this counter." Whatever. I was like, "It's small talk that employees do that all the time.
Yeah.
It's like you're not friends. It's just something you do to be friendly, even though you may or
Yeah.
may not hate the other person a lot." So and then I was thinking about some weird stuff that I've done, and like a couple days ago, I turned and I hit my sternum
Mm-hmm.
on the corner of the oven, the pizza oven, as I was turning around.
That sounds really
And
painful.
yeah, I don't know how it happened, but I was telling him that, and my GM, general manager, for those who don't
Yeah.
understand what that means, because I just learned that when I started working there,
Yeah.
he gives me the most "Are you a fucking moron?" look that I've ever gotten, and it sent chills down my spine. I was just like looking at him, I was like, "What?" He just like what? Seriously? I was like, "What? Why are you looking at me like that?" Because okay, the thing that sticks out of the oven is like chest level, as I told you.
But your chest level, which
Yeah,
is lower than normal
whatever.
chest level.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. He thought I said I bumped my scrotum on the corner of the oven thing, and that's why he was giving me that just "Are you a moron?" expression. And I told him sternum, and he says, "Oh, see, I thought you said scrotum," and I just laughed. And then phone rang. I answer the phone, still laughing.
Yeah.
I should have stopped waiting, but whatever. It was Walmart asking for pizzas. That's the end of my story.
Okay.
That's the
Well,
only stuff I got.
I would give you
And
anecdote,
yeah.
an anecdote about my job, but I got none. The only thing, I cut my hands up on boxes and knives, and I do not like my job.
He hates his job.
I like the people I work with,
No,
most
not all of them.
most of them, but uh, I will tell you about. Phil's not going to enjoy this, but maybe you guys listening will. About my delicious meal I had last night. Let me tell you. First of all, you gotta learn something about Phil. You gotta learn it real quick. He hates the discussion of food, but it is a
I
necessary
hate
thing.
I hate the description of how food tastes and feels in your mouth.
And this story, everything I described, Phil is just gonna throw up in his mouth,
Oh God.
but it was worth it. It was so good. We have a tradition, me and my friends, of going to this little restaurant at the Capitol. It goes by Bobo's. Let me tell you, Bobo's is a good place. This man, he's a black man, but that has nothing to do with this. He has a trailer restaurant, like a food truck, that he's only open at night, and he's only open on weekends in a very sketchy neighborhood. And he serves chicken wings, shrimp,
Racist.
fries, and fried biscuits. And it is the best. Me and a bunch of people loaded up in a car. We drove a half hour to get some delicious. He doesn't just make fried chicken wings. He makes double fried chicken wings, Phil. He fries them, rebatters them, fries them again, puts them in a box, fries, biscuits, just cups on cups of honey, just poured all over it. And it's greasy and it's delicious.
Oh, that's no big deal. If you were to describe how it decomposes in your mouth, that would have been something.
Your teeth just break through that crunchy exterior, and you peel the meat and the sinew off the bones.
That's not. You haven't gotten to the bad part yet.
And the flavor is smoky, and it's got a little spice on it. Bites a little bit.
Not there yet.
And it's crunchy, but it's also real hearty and meaty. And the fries, they're kind of soft with honey.
Starting to get there, but it's when they talk about how moist something is as they bite into it. I know, but or when they say, I like the way it kind of melts in your mouth, and the way that I hate stuff like that. Or it's mostly texture when they just try to describe texture to you. It's noxious.
Well, all I'm saying is Boba's is really good, and there's not a whole lot going in my life right now, just school and work. So that's all I have
got
to share.
School and work and ChatmenShow, because I do this all by myself.
Just him. He's a very good impressionist.
I'm insanely good impressionist and video editor. Just kidding. Truman does all the video editing.
I do everything. So
he's half the show and 100% of the creation of the show.
Before we wrap up here, I know I've said that earlier, but we're just gonna give you a little taste, a little hint of what's to come. Just a little thing to keep you tuning in. Last episode, I read Phil some spooky stories and got very subpar reactions from Phil.
Hey, one of them was pretty good. It was that one that was
half note.
2 or 3 sentences. Oh, and that one. It was the short one and the piano one that I liked a lot.
They were hit and miss.
Yeah, there you go.
So we thought that was such a good part of that episode.
Yeah.
Let's base a whole episode about telling stories.
That's right. And
so,
yeah.
Go. What you were going to say. Go.
Oh.
I feel like I'm doing most of the talking right now.
I was actually going to say that they were stories and they're original.
They are. Somebody wrote them.
Somebody. We're not going to tell you who. Who writes stories anymore? Not us.
Authors.
It's not like we're one of those, because we're not.
Definitely not. But
not even close. If there's a list of things that I can list to describe myself, author would not be one of them. And if I was to list off things of Truman, author would not be.
Handsome and funny and charmingly good looks. And I'm going to stop there before I start saying some very awful things. So we're just going to pretend like I quit.
Alright, so you know what's to come. And then, we're gonna have some could it be a guest? Maybe? Perhaps? I don't know.
Who's that Pokemon?
Who's that Pokemon? It's
secret.
Someone.
It's a secret.
Yep, it's a secret to everyone. So join us next time and the time after that. You will get some stuff that's not just a monologue about Pokemon that you probably don't understand.
Or care about. Or you're thinking, boy, was that boring.
Yeah, between me and you, Truman. And everyone who's listening.
Nobody listen. Just between me and Phil, real quick.
Shut your ears.
Just mute the video, and we'll tell you to bring the volume back up here in a little bit.
Okay, so as I was saying, I really think, all of the people who watch us to begin with.
Yeah.
All 10 of them. Probably like
That's a very large estimate of the number of people who actually watch
probably
us.
like 3 of them like Pokemon.
There you go.
Probably 3 of them like Pokemon out of the people who watch us.
It's a pretty good percentage, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like 30% of the people who listen to us to begin with probably watch them. So this whole episode, they're probably just like, probably shut off like many viewers. They're like, Dralligator. More like, I don't know what the heck
Or
you're
like,
talking
see
about.
you later.
Oh. End episode.
Well, wait, just... Guys,
Oh.
if you have some ideas, topics you want us to talk about, or you got some comments, let us know. Just post a comment on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook.
Also, draw the boxing rooster.
Yeah.
The Brewster.
And we'll add it to our fan page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.